Ladies and gentlemen, our families deserve food and water that support rather than sabotage health, energy, hormones, and daily well-being. I'm asking for support on 3 clear protections. Ban food products containing phthalates, microplastics, and endocrine disruptors. Require clear labeling and risk disclosure for banned or regulated endocrine active ingredients in health and beauty products, and ban lab-grown meat. I also support the ban of fluoride in our drinking water. These policies are about defending local farmers, protecting consumers, and preventing hormone disruption at the source. Phthalates and endocrine disruptors don't just affect the body. They can interfere with the body's communication system, hormones. Microplastics, meanwhile, are an added pathway for chemical exposure and biological stress. When endocrine signals are disrupted, the impact can show up in ways people recognize long before the chemistry. Weight changes, mood changes, sleep problems, skin issues, fatigue, and low motivation. As someone trained in personal training and bodybuilding, I've learned how dramatically nutrition changes the body. Nutrition doesn't just build muscle, it shapes recovery, inflammation, and the hormone environment that controls how we feel and perform. And when hormones shift, thinking and mood can shift too. That's why this isn't a debate about preference or comfort. It's about a defense of the body's core operating system. Food matters, but your daily chemical exposures don't stop at the kitchen. Many personal care products, especially fragranced items, lotions, cosmetics, and certain anti-aging or skin perfecting products can contain compounds linked to endocrine disruption or hormonal interference. So I'm calling for strict requirements. Health and beauty products should clearly list ingredients that are phthalates, endocrine disruptors, or related to chemical classes. The label should include plain language, potential health risks tied to endocrine disruption, developmental concerns, and reproductive health where relevant. Labels must be easy to find and understand, so consumers don't have to be chemists to protect their families. Because if a product can change your hormones or create long-term health risks, consumers deserve truth, not confusion. Lab-grown meat is marketed as a solution to food security, but the real-world impact is control. It centralizes production, shifts leverage to large corporations, and can reduce demand for traditional local farming ecosystems. Local farmers don't just produce calories. They anchor jobs, land stewardship, and community stability. When markets change overnight, smaller farms don't have time to adapt. Lab-grown meat can operate like a displacement tool. It trains consumers away from local supply chains while increasing dependence on industrial-scale production. That's why I support banning lab-grown meat, not because people hate progress, but because our food system should protect communities, livelihoods, and long-term resilience, not replace local farmers with a system that concentrates power. Fluoride in toothpaste is not the same thing as fluoride in drinking water. Toothpaste carries a warning, do not swallow, because it's meant for topical use, not ingestion. It's primarily warning about acute harm, upset stomach, vomiting, nausea, and about the consequences of chronic ingestion such as dental fluorosis. The difference between safe and small controlled amounts and exposed to everyone every day from public water system is the difference between personal choice and mass exposure. And on health impacts, high levels of fluoride exposure are associated with potential neurotoxicity. And research has suggested links to lower IQ in children and cognitive impairment. Produced mixed findings, with some research showing no adverse effects and some even suggesting slight benefits to cognition. The point is this: if evidence is mixed and risk is real at higher exposure levels, then the burden shouldn't be placed on every citizen, especially children, through an all persons, all ages, and involuntary exposure system. When we talk about endocrine disruptors and hormone interference, we're not just talking about chemistry textbooks. We're talking about what families experience. Changes in energy and body composition, mood and emotional stability, sleep quality and stress response, skin and inflammation, developmental outcomes. Hormones dictate how you look, but also how you think and feel. So when chemical exposures disrupt that system, the effects are often downstream and difficult to reverse. Prevention is cheaper than repair, and protection is stronger than remediation. Here's what I'm asking for plainly and directly. Ban phthalates, microplastics, and endocrine disrupting chemicals in food products. Require health and beauty products to clearly label these ingredients and disclose potential health risks in accessible language. Ban lab-grown meat to protect local farmers and preserve community food resilience. Ban fluoride in drinking water and keep fluoride where it belongs. Personal, topical, and controlled use, like toothpaste, with do not swallow warnings respected. Citizens shouldn't have to gamble with their health to find safe food and personal care products. Our water and our food should support healthy hormones, healthy development, and healthy bodies, especially for children and families who can't opt out of exposure. This is about sovereignty over health. It's about accountability from industry. It's about protecting local farmers and local communities from a system built to consolidate control. Thank you for listening. God bless you, God bless Tennessee, and God bless America.